boy, what a day. Again, kind of my reason for getting up and going on road trips at 4:35 in the morning. It really never fails. Until it gets to be 8, 9 o'clock, there isn't much wind at all. And sure is nice starting your day off like that. Kind of easing into things. No wind. Just slapping you around. I don't know. Might be a little tender from the 1,000 miles you did the day before. Nice just to slide into things for the day. So, I'm hoping that Steve-O gets home early enough Sunday night to where we are able to leave. You know, he's saying 5:30. I'm okay with that. If we get out a little bit early, you just pick up that extra little time of nice riding. But yeah, today has started, let's see here, start at 43 degrees. As you can see, our little wind gauge out there where the honkers are sitting, it's pretty flat. Maybe just a breath out of the west. Alright, it's cold enough to where I have to wear a coat underneath my Badlands. It's definitely not the warmest jacket setup out there, but it really has been the most versatile. I've tried to spend money on other stuff. I just end up going back to this one and saying I can't really find anything else that's going to work as good overall. Sometimes it's not the best solution for a situation, but I mean it grades out at probably a B- at worst, so that's good by me. I did a little bit later start today because I have to drop the bike off for that weeping jug or head or whatever's leaking. It's been that way for a while. I mentioned it before, but I mean, hell, on the first real trip I took on the bike, I got it May 20. I think we left like June 6th for probably a 4,000 mile loop. Went down from Fargo, we went all the way down to Salida, Colorado, Durango, $1 Million Highway. Checked out the high mountain passes. We didn't do them. We looked at them. I guess we did Ophir. That was cool. We did one other one too, not a famous one, but it was on the way back to this lake that we were going to. So, but anyhow, even on that trip on the way home, every time I'd stop the bike, sometimes I'd get a puff of smoke. I mean, very seldom I'd get a puff of smoke, but sometimes when I'd stop, you'd get a little bit of smoke when you stopped or started again. Now I'm feeling that was probably my automatic chain oiler. So I totally disengaged that. And, I had it working for a while, and when I finally got it dialed and set and everything, it was awesome. It worked great. Chain was always good. But it was a bit fussy to get it there, and then the first time I take the bike off-road, it scrapes those fingers, and then they broke, and it wasn't applying the oil correctly. Because, it physically wrecked the mounting bracket. So, anyhow, now that I take this off-road a lot less because of the 701, I think I'll try put that back on. I enjoyed it when I was on. Never had to worry about it. I shouldn't say that until you go off-road and mangle it up. But anyhow, even on that trip, I was noticing engine oil smell, which, again, I I run engine oil in that oiler, and I can't remember exactly which one I have right now. It's a GPS module one, so it's pretty accurate. Works off that. Pro Oiler, I'm guessing. ProOiler.net. Yeah, Pro Oiler. I did have my, whatever it was, 20,000 mile service interval. The valves were checked. They were both in spec. They did not need adjustment. They did replace the spark plugs. I don't know if that was on the schedule or not, but damn, that was expensive. They were like let me think about this, like $130 a pair, and of course you need 2 pair on this bike, so that was pretty expensive. I told them I wanted to keep the other ones. I doubt they were even close to being bad, but whatever. So I do have the other ones. But yeah, everything else checked out tip top. We got now 24,000 on. Plan on doing a couple trips this summer to try to get that up to about 30,000. And then I probably won't put any significant miles on this bike besides commuting and screwing around in the afternoon on the weekend, but probably won't put any significant miles on until next year. There's a possible Alaska trip that we've been discussing. And I think that would rack up the miles 6,000-7,000 or something. There's all newer, faster, better things that are coming out on these bikes. Nothing that's really, made me look for a new 1290. I still haven't cut these levers off yet. I will this week. I had kids sports last night until supper time, and come on, make supper. I really didn't feel like it after that. And here we are. Whee! A lot of used personal watercraft. Got some Honda deals there. ATVs. So I'm gonna kinda have to wait here because my ride will be looking for me, I would guess. Coming from Main Avenue here. So this is Main Avenue looking west. I might have them do an oil change when I'm in here too. Let's see, where is that? Apps, service, engine oil, April 2016. Yeah, 17,000 miles. So I've got 7,000 on this one. So I must have went like 7. Well, I did the first one at 1,000 miles. Then I went 6 more, and then 10 more. So that's 17 too. Yeah, that'd be right. 6,200 is the first one. So it must be 27 too. Probably or 1 year. So yeah, I'll have them do an oil change while they're in there. Get that done. I mean, that's something I usually do myself. I probably don't have the oil filter at home. But I have to look at my Rocky Mountain ATV order. I might. But whatever. There's no deals on oil or... I mean, a little bit, you know, like Amazon or something. Sometimes you get the Motor X fairly discounted, like maybe 15% off, 20% off sometimes. But, yeah, there's convenience too. He's going to have the oiling knuckles and have it up on a lift. Just will have him do the oil. Pay the extra $10. My chain has some time on it. Front sprocket I did last April as well. I don't think I have chain on here. Lube chain, no entry. No, I don't think I put it on here, but I know when it was. It was last fall. Last fall before I went on the BDR. You know, I think last September. I put it on right before I went there. And FedEx is bringing in some packages. I switched out the chain. Didn't really know what I was doing. I kind of got the master link a little bit over tight. So, it seems to have been working fine since, but... And that whole thing I messed up. I don't even know if I want to mention that, but this is the first time I've ever tried to do a chain. So I got the chain breaker and all this. The Motion Pro one. PBR tool, I think it's called. And I order myself GAT sprockets, chain, sprocket, and comes with a riveted style master link. And the sprocket was hard to get off. It was 17 tooth, so you had to actually actually, this is before I was doing my sprocket. I think I was just going to do the chain or something. Because I did the sprockets earlier. I don't know. Anyhow, I was trying to figure out how you get it together. You know, trying to use this tool, and I hadn't used it before. One-handed, this and that. I didn't know how far to smash it, and here it turns out that my lighting was just terrible. So I stopped, took a breath, you know, went and changed my lighting situation and all that. Got it all punched in there perfect. It looked good. It wiggled nice and perfect and all that. And I looked at it, just patting myself on the back, and I realized that I did it on the bench. So at that time, I wasn't familiar with how to take the swing arm apart. So I'm just like, oh, Christ. So I went and got a new chain in town here. So, yeah, I have a brand new chain at home. They're not that expensive. I mean, I think the JT was $75, maybe a little bit less even. And the one in town I paid like $120 for last minute. Oh yeah, and of course I did that right before I'm leaving town to go on a trip. Always. Don't even have time to get parts the next day. Well, my ride should be here any second. I will catch up with you guys over and out.